Before they start my presentation, I want to let you know that today, yes, I'm an industrialist. We run a bio pellet factory, but I'm not here to speak to you all as a sustainable industrialist, but as a different founder of a very different venture that I'll get to. It was 2017 when, just like you all, I was scrolling my Instagram and Facebook feeds. Back in the day, Facebook was the new cool thing. I was scrolling my Facebook and Instagram feeds day in and day out until 2 in the night. I would just scroll and scroll and scroll. And as a writer, research was something I throughout enjoyed. And while enjoying this research, I came across my own history, the history of this beautiful land of Sindh. I'm a Sindhi. My grandparents had migrated from Pakistan in 1947. And while reading that history, I came to know that a lot of things are missing in our history books. And that's when I took a pen and a paper, and as a writer, I started writing, I started jotting down whatever I could find online, on research papers, and also on different websites. And I compiled a couple of articles for a major news platform. I published that article thinking that this is the limit for a writer, where you bring in a lot of new content, a lot of content that is lost in history, and you're publishing it on a news platform. So once it was up, a lot of people shared it on Twitter. I was on cloud nine. But it was September of 2017, 2 days shy of my birthday on 20th of September. I got a message on my Facebook, Bhaiya, whatever you have written, it's on Google, it's everywhere. And you have just compiled a second hand research, already researched stuff, and you have just compiled it and published it as an article. I responded to him. I normally don't respond to the messages that I get on my social media platforms, but I responded to him asking, "What the hell are you saying? What are you saying, and who are you?" He told me that he is a Sindhi, he is a Hindu living in Sindh, Pakistan, and whatever I have written is something that the people from Pakistan, the researchers from Pakistan want the world to know. Whatever I have written is not truth, it's not a reality, and it's not something which is on ground right now. I asked him, I challenged him, then what is the reality? What is the truth? What is there, what is there happening, and how can I get hold of it? I was very curious. He told me that just 5 days ago, his younger sister, Rima, Rima, she was a Bhil, Rima Bhil, was kidnapped, was taken away. And this guy messaging me from Ghutki in Sindh, where my own ancestors lived, gave me this insight that his own little sister was kidnapped. I was taken aback. I asked him, "Aren't you guys happy over there?" He told me, "Hell no, we are not happy. We're struggling." So I asked him again, "Why didn't you migrate to India in 1947 or 1960s or 1980s or even now?" And he told me, "Bhaiya, hum kar nahi sakte migrate because we don't have a permanent address. And without a permanent address, you cannot apply for a passport. Without a passport, you won't get a visa. And without a visa, you cannot legally enter India." Then I again challenged him कि 47 में ही आपके ancestors आ जाते. Again he told me that in 1947 a lot of people who lived in Karachi, Lahore and major cities were able to migrate, but people who were in inner towns, they were not allowed to leave their towns, they were not allowed to leave the villages, and by 1948 the borders were closed. Since 1947 till 2025 now, every day 3 Hindu girls are being kidnapped in Pakistan. And in 2017, when I heard this story, when I got to know that Rima, his own sister, was taken away, I asked him, how can we help? What is the help that we can do? That's when I realized that I was a startup founder as well back in the day, and money was never a problem for me, and I would travel the world and I would spend it on lavish lifestyles. But that one thing hit me, that there's a girl from the same town as my ancestors were, and she is suffering immensely in a country where the news never comes out. That's when it hit us. Say, what if we create a way, what if we create a structure in which we can rescue these Hindus from Pakistan legally and rehabilitate them in India? So that was 2017 when we started a journey of rescuing Hindus, and this was the project that we have. And again, I still don't have an NGO. Whatever we are doing, whatever work that we do, it's all self-funded. So here I'm not just here to talk about NGO initiative or something like that. This is actually very personal. So after speaking to that guy on Facebook, he gave me a few books from Karachi. He sent it to me, and this is what we found: that Hindus in Sindh have been residing in the region for 5,000 years, over 5,000 years, and their contribution has been significant. They have established the world's oldest university. What was that university? Takshashila, right? Takshila. And the term Hind was derived from Sindh, and it was from the Indus River. However, since 1947, after the partition, there were these lost minority souls in a country from where the news again never comes out. So this was the problem in hand, and this was the modus operandi in Pakistan that we found out. There were 3,000 cases of forced convergence that we picked up, and with that we found out that people who were as young as 11 years old, they were taken away and they were forcefully converted, and there was slavery, there was legal trouble for Hindus, their land was grabbed, and daily if you now go on social media, because of the efforts of a team, you would find these things now coming out in the news. But we felt that this wasn't enough. Just putting everything out on news will jeopardize the life more. So that's where we started this journey. This PPT was created in 2021, so the numbers are right now upar niche thoda bahut. But yes, from 2017, we started this journey where this was the process that we started. We were approached by Hindus. We started getting approached by Hindus who were in distress. And the problem that was there in the hand was they didn't have the passport, they didn't have the visa, they didn't have the permanent address. And without a permanent address, you cannot have the passports in your hands. So to establish a permanent address for a Hindu, we went back to the history lesson. And the history lesson was every temple that was created had a beautiful area surrounding it. Sorry. So that area of the temple was used by us as a place where these people could have their permanent addresses registered. So we mapped out around 100 to 120 temples in Sindh, Pakistan. Sorry. And that became the permanent address. So once that was established, their passports were applied on that permanent address. After, so yes, so that was established, the permanent address was established in the temple land. Once that was established, we understood that the next process will be visa. For the visa, they have police verifications in Pakistan, and there's a whole long process. To ease that out, we approached the government, we had a long standing discussion with them, and then we came to a conclusion that checks are important, and we left the visa process on the government. And it was the Indian government, the Indian embassy in Islamabad, who took their due diligence and time to ensure that the right people are coming and there's no agent or somebody who wants to harm our country who is entering our nation. So that was the temple thing, and then the passport process, then the visa process. After that, it was a waiting time for 6 months. For those 6 months, we have created a complete network of Hindu activists in Pakistan who are securing and taking care of our minorities over there who have applied for the visa and who want to migrate here. Now the question arises, why are they migrating? Why are they coming? Why they want to come for the past 5 years, 6 years? Every day, three Hindu girls, three Sikh girls are being kidnapped, are being taken away in Pakistan, and terrible, terrible things are happening with them. The news never goes out. It's all over UN websites, but UN never takes any action. There's a long-lasting silence everywhere, and this is where the problem is there, and that is why they want to migrate. Second thing, why India? India has been a natural home for all of them. Partition was never done via their approval. It was forced upon them, and it's their right to actually legally come to a country which they were a part of for thousands of years. So once the document is processed, once the visa is done, we pay for the travel, and there's a bus, beautiful bus coming from Lahore to the Atari border. These people, again, legally with their passports, they enter this country, and once they are here, the rehabilitation process begins. So for the rehabilitation process, we have refugee camps in Delhi, Jodhpur and Jaisalmer. There we have built sustainable bamboo homes for the Hindus, and they are living a decent life here, a free life here, although a lot needs to be done. Next, a very critical, important topic that I want to highlight is the medical support the Hindus and Hindus who come here, they are receiving. So, yes, if the Hindu girl in Pakistan has been abducted and raped, we have even paid off the Pakistani police to help in quick and silent release of the girls back in the day. The reason I'm revealing it right now, after many years, that too publicly, is because all this operation has been busted, and we are all over the newspapers across the borders. Like last month, काफी सारा expose हो गया था, and that is why like this modus operandi has been, we are right now moving on from this place, this modus operandi. And on 11th of January, after 8 years of all the work that we have done, we were invited by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and he had a good 20-25 minutes discussion with us. And the 6 months that the visa approval used to take for the Hindus in Pakistan, now it will only take a month or a two. So that was the victory that we have. And 1770 Hindus and Sikhs have been rescued from Pakistan until now, and they are living a really good life in India. So this is just about me, whatever I have done other than what I said right now. So again, as you rightly heard, that I'm also a sustainable industrialist that actually fuels the rescue work that we do. So all the agricultural waste like rice husk, corn cob, we are buying that from the farmers directly, and we are converting it into high calorific value sustainable coal, which NTPC is buying, National Thermal Power Corporation, they are buying from us. So we have a decent tender where we are supplying 30 tons per day, and this agro waste to pellet industry has reduced the AQL level in and around Nagpur, the city where I am from. It has reduced it to around 15%, and that is also something right now we are trying to map pan India. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone. And if you really want to, whenever you are in Jaipur, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer or Delhi, do visit the refugee camps that we have. And thank you so much. Yeah.